Right now, another mild day ahead for us, but with it a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Chris is tracking the timing in his first alert forecast. And you can expect even more road closures, delays, and orange cones in and around Madison this week. We'll tell you what areas to avoid ahead of your Monday morning commute.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on this Sunday, April 7th. I'm Josh Ryder with meteorologist Chris Reese, who's got some more good news for all of those spring lovers.
Yeah.
Yesterday was just spectacular towards the later part of the day.
Yes, an amazing day yesterday. Today is still going to be a great day for a different kind of spring lover. I actually got some messages on Facebook last night, and this made my day, just from people who were excited to see thunderstorms.
Ooh.
I know, and that's what we have coming into our picture today. So maybe not the best outdoorsy day, but hey, it's not going to be a complete washout and things are still going to be mild. We're watching the cloud cover start to roll in right now. That's a live look from the station camera. Here's some of that cloud cover on Weather Track. No real showers in town just yet. I know some showers were popping up on radar there. That's false. It's not actually reaching the ground for us. So as we zoom things out, though, we take a look back towards the south and west. You see that little swirl coming up out of Iowa. That's what's going to be producing more in the way of showers and thunderstorms as we go through today and, well, really throughout the early morning and late morning and into the early afternoon. I want to start you out with this, though,
Wow.
Josh. Read that temperature for me.
50 degrees.
That's right, folks. That is where we are starting right now. Winds out of the south at 3. 50s as you work your way back towards the south and west as well. 53 in Platteville right now. Some 40s just to the north, a little bit colder along the lakeshore. That is going to be normal. But we're all going to be warm as we work our way into the afternoon. And then, of course, we're going to be tracking those showers and thunderstorms in here. So I'll time all that out, how much rain we could expect, along with a look at the system coming in next week that has the potential to bring rain, snow, and thunder.
A little bit of everything. Yeah. I just couldn't believe walking from my car to the building this morning. I'm like, I don't even think I needed a jacket. It's that nice.
No, you really didn't. I didn't even bring the suit jacket today. I just went complete vest, and we're going to enjoy this warmth while it's here.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
right, Chris. Thank you. It is 6:32 right now. You may notice an increased law enforcement presence on the Beltline this week. It's part of an operation reminding drivers how important it is to move over and slow down. Officials hope to bring more attention to the move over law, requiring drivers to move over for stopped emergency vehicles or slow down if they can't. Violating the law can cost you with a $187 ticket and 3 demerit points on your license, not to mention criminal and civil liability if you hurt or injure someone. This first alert traffic note near the UW this week. Starting tomorrow, West Dayton Street will be closed from Charter to North Park Street. Crews will be starting work on a steam tunnel project for the university. The whole street will be ripped up for reconstruction, from the storm sewer, underground utilities, asphalt, and even some sidewalk. The commuter path along that stretch will have a detour, and so will Madison Metro buses. This closure should stretch all the way into October. Looking ahead, drivers should soon expect delays and detours around downtown Middleton. Starting April 22nd, stretches of University Avenue between Cayuga and Park Streets will be closed in both directions. It's part of a $2 million reconstruction project, including new pavement, traffic signals, and left turn lanes at the intersection with Parmenter. That project is expected to wrap up by the 4th of July. Just into the Channel 3000 Alert Center this morning, the Madison Police Department has canceled a green alert for a missing veteran after he was found safe overnight. 22-year-old Andrew R. Olson was believed to be at risk after he was last seen drunk by his friends around 10:45 last night. Police say his history and statements gave them reason to be concerned for his welfare. He's currently a member of the Wisconsin Army National Guard and was in Madison for drill weekend. Olson was found safe this morning. Madison police have released burglary statistics for the first 3 months of the year. Citywide, there have been 189 reported robberies between January and March. That's a 7% decrease from the same period last year. Of those burglaries, 34% occurred when someone was home and 28% happened because of an unlocked door or open garage. Well, the work doesn't stop this weekend for the city of Madison's new mayor-elect after she won Tuesday's election by a considerable margin. Satya Rhodes Conway is now getting a team in place ahead of officially taking over as mayor next week. She tells us she's working on getting her deputy mayor and city committee members in order. Rhodes Conway also spoke to outgoing Mayor Paul Soglin. She says he's been very gracious in helping facilitate a smooth transition. New numbers say this week's election was the second highest voter turnout the state has seen in a nonpartisan election since 2000. 26.6% of Wisconsin adults cast their ballots in the April election. That's according to the Wisconsin Elections Commission. In the state's highly contested Supreme Court race, more than 1.2 million votes were counted. Judge Brian Hagedorn is currently leading Judge Lisa Neubauer by just 6,000 votes. Historically, turnout in contested spring elections for a Supreme Court seat ranges from a high of 34.3% in 2011 to a low of 18.2% in 2009. The FDA says it is investigating reports of people suffering seizures after using e-cigarettes. The FDA sent a public notice this week saying it's identified 35 cases of seizures after vaping between 2010 and early this year. Most of the seizures involve young people. The FDA says seizures are a known possible side effect of nicotine poisoning, but emphasized that it has not been determined to be a definitive link between seizures and vaping. 3 more cases of mumps were reported at Indiana University. The Big Ten school now has 6 total cases this year. Beth Rupp is the director of Campus Health Center, saying the university had outbreaks in both 2016 and 2017, a once rare alert that's now become more common.
We don't really know why the increase. We think it could be from the fact that overall the herd immunity is down from some people that have chosen not to vaccinate.
Even those who are vaccinated can unknowingly carry the virus. In fact, the majority of students with the virus at the university were vaccinated. IU requires the MMR vaccine for all students. The vaccine is about 90% effective. More local news this morning. Madison is hosting an event today where you can learn more about CBD and the plant it comes from. Organizers say this first ever hemp event in Madison is meant to combat the stigma around CBD, educating people about how hemp can be used to treat things like epilepsy, anxiety, or pain disorders. It's happening at the Monona Terrace from 10 until 4 today, and you can buy tickets at itshempitsfine.com. More than 2,000 people are signed up to grow industrial hemp in Wisconsin this year. That's more than a 500% increase compared to last year's inaugural crop. While marijuana is still not legal in the state of Wisconsin, a new church in Madison is defending their right to use it through religious means. Back in 2006, the Supreme Court ruled that illegal drugs can be used for religious practices. The Lion of Judah House of Rastafari has documentation from the state of Wisconsin showing it's a legitimate place of worship. Marijuana is part of their religious sacrament. They do not sell it, but it can be gifted to members of the church who donate to them.
We all use cannabis to meditate and also for the religious purpose of uplifting our mind and our body and our spirit.
Church leaders hand out cards which serve as your promise to the church to sincerely and legitimately, without a guilty mind, use cannabis as your sacrament to the religion. Well, tax day is a little more than a week away, and if you were planning on spending your returns on the family but came back with less money in your refund, you are not alone. Analysts say this year's lower returns are largely to blame for a big drop in spending at stores. Retail sales were down 0.6% from January to February. The Treasury says it's issued more than $4 billion less in tax refunds than this time last year. It is not a great time to see that decline, since experts say the economy is already seeing a cool down. Calling all future pilots, the EAA is looking to fill 600 part-time positions for its week-long event in Oshkosh this July. There are retail positions available for anyone 14 years old and up, and security positions for anyone 16 and up. For a full list of positions for all ages, you can find them all on the EAA's website. There are a number of events starting this week for hiring. IKEA is trying out a new way to make money: furniture rental. The world's biggest furniture company rolled out the new service this week after testing it in Switzerland in February. The service is initially offering business customers to temporarily rent higher cost products. The nearest IKEA to us is in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Verizon is picking up with a plan for kids. The wireless carrier just launched its mobile add-on phone called Just Kids. It's part of Verizon's Mix and Match plan. The add-on feature allows parents to set screen time limits and control what kids can watch. Parents can even turn off the Wi-Fi. The plan allows unlimited talk and text for 20 contacts pre-approved by mom and dad. 6:40 this morning, and these warmer temperatures have us thinking about the summer festival season, of course, and that means the return of the world's largest Bratfest in Madison. This year, the fest plans to work with MG&E to use wind and solar power. The initiative will offset Bratfest's carbon emissions from the electricity used to power the festival with green power instead. Last year, Bratfest reduced overall waste and converted 55% of all waste through recycling and composting. In addition to using renewable energy, Bratfest will have several electric vehicles for attendees to check out and learn more about the benefits of going electric. Bratfest runs Memorial Day weekend. All right, 6:41 right now, and another mild day ahead for southern Wisconsin, but Chris is tracking the chance for showers and thunderstorms for your Sunday. He'll be timing it all out coming up in your first floor forecast when News 3 Now This Morning continues.
Well, it is another cloudy morning here in south central Wisconsin. We are starting to see more of that cloud cover rolling into the picture. That's as things turn a little bit more unsettled for us here in the region, and that means more showers and thunderstorms are going to be joining the picture later on. What you're looking at right now is infrared satellite. This is showing you where some of the brighter cloud tops are. This is a good indicator of where you're seeing some showers and thunderstorms. So on a national level, you can see big blossoms blossoms of showers and thunderstorms down across Texas, along with more blossoms of showers and thunderstorms along eastern Arkansas and into Mississippi and Tennessee. That's where some of the strongest thunderstorms are right now across the country. But of course, we also have showers and thunderstorms for us here in Madison, and all of these areas that you see shaded. This is the severe weather outlook for today, and you see that worst severe weather will be down across the south, but even we have that chance of general garden variety thunderstorms here throughout Wisconsin and parts of Minnesota, and you see those thunderstorms that are developing over parts of Iowa right now. That's what's going to be moving towards the north and east as we go through time and impacting us here in south central Wisconsin. Now, of course, no rain coming down right now. It's actually a very comfortable morning if you were headed outside. The temperature 50, winds coming out of the south at 3 miles per hour. Other 50s back to the south and west as well. 53 as you work your way towards Boscobel, Prairie du Chien at 54 right now. Some 40s towards the north and east, but all of us will get in on some of those warmer temperatures as we go into the afternoon and evening. In fact, let's go ahead and play that out for you guys. Here we are by 12:30. Notice those temperatures that'll be into the upper 50s, but showers and thunderstorms will likely be prevalent around that lunchtime hour. Nothing severe, but of course showers and thunderstorms are something we haven't been able to talk about in quite some time. That moves out, then we get a little bit of a break, and then it's kind of isolated showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon and evening. So it's not a complete washout of a day, but you're going to have that chance for showers and thunderstorms just about all day long. Those highs are going to be right around 60. I do think cloud cover is going to keep us just a little bit cooler. We clear out tonight. Watch what happens into tomorrow. We're talking sunshine and a decent shot at actually hitting 70 degrees. So yesterday was good, but tomorrow, folks, my goodness, it's going to be fantastic. A warm front's going to work its way on into town, but the next feature that we are going to be watching is already starting to develop over the Pacific Ocean right now, and that is going to be working its way towards the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley. Expect the storm system to develop by midweek, initially perhaps starting things out as a period of snow for us, but then we're going to warm things up, going over to more showers and thunderstorms as the system works its way across the upper Midwest. So a little bit of everything in this forecast, but Josh, Monday is that pick day of this forecast for sure.
Oh, that looks fantastic, Chris.
Yes, it does.
All right, thank you.
My pleasure.
Well, it is a real sign of spring in Madison. We're now less than a week away from the first outdoor farmers market on the square. Saturday was the last indoor market of the season, and while many of the same vendors are on hand during the winter version, the outdoor market has become an icon for the city. The vendors say they also look forward to the summer.
There's probably a good percentage of people that do not know that we have an indoor market, period.
The Dane County Farmers Market is the country's largest producers-only farmers market. Again, the outdoor market starts next Saturday, April 13th. To celebrate 56 years of Portillo's, the restaurant is offering a 56-cent chocolate cake promotion this week. On Tuesday, guests can receive a slice of its famous chocolate cake for only 56 cents with the purchase of a sandwich, entree salad, pasta, or ribs. The offer will only be available on April 9th while supplies last. 6:48 right now. Every spring, millions of monarch butterflies migrate to the United States, but the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service warns the monarch is in trouble. They may soon become an endangered species. We're going behind the scenes with these rare butterflies during their spring migration when News 3 Now This Morning returns. Welcome back at 6:51. We've seen a lot of wildlife with this warm up, but have you noticed any swans lately? The cold weather birds are making the trek through our area all the way to Canada. If you get lucky, you could see hundreds of them traveling together. You're most likely to see the birds in rural areas. They're looking for open water, but they're not attracted to developed areas like Madison, of course. They move quickly and will likely be in Canada by mid-April. Just remember, don't get too close. These birds aren't the nicest. They usually migrate back south through Madison around Thanksgiving. Every spring, millions of monarch butterflies migrate to the United States, but the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service warns the monarch is in trouble. Tony DeCopel explains why officials believe climate change could be playing a role.
100 miles from Mexico City, 9,000 feet above sea level, you'll find what at first seems to be nothing at all. If you came to see the butterflies, well, the skies here are empty. But look closer. The trees in this forest are dripping with monarchs, millions huddled together for warmth until the sun hits. And one by one, they fly. How does it feel to see them for the first time each year?
I feel like a newborn.
Eduardo Rendon directs the World Wildlife Fund's Monarch Butterfly Program in Mexico. Inside the country's butterfly reserve, scientists measure the monarchs by area. 15 acres of coverage this year is the largest population in more than a decade, up 144% over last year.
The monarch butterfly is in trouble. Everybody's into saving it.
Tiara Curry, a senior scientist with the Center for Biological Diversity, made a special trip to see the monarchs this year.
I am scared that this is the last big bumper year, because this year is because of perfect weather last year. It was like a Cinderella weather year. Everything that could go right did. So this is the most monarchs that we may see for a while.
To appreciate the sheer scale of this year's migration, Rendon led us into a restricted area of the reserve.
Listen to them on the grass.
A clearing where monarchs filled the air like confetti.
What they are thinking right now.
What are they thinking?
Yeah.
What do you think they're thinking?
They are thinking we must back.
We must get back?
Yeah.
The hour is late and we have many miles to travel.
Yeah.
The monarchs we saw were likely on their way to America that very day, Rendon believes. By late March, the species had been sighted in a dozen states as far north as Oklahoma. Later this spring and summer, 3 generations of monarchs should blanket the entire United States east of the Rockies. Then in mid-August, a special super generation will fly all the way back to Mexico, to these very same mountains.
So these butterflies are the great-great-grandchildren of the butterflies that were here last winter.
Yeah. This is the 5th generation.
Just a few years ago, Rendon worried he might be seeing the last generation. Between 1994 and 2016, this eastern monarch population plunged more than 80%, and a federal review found a substantial probability of collapse in the next 2 decades.
This year was a fluke due to weather.
Curry authored the petition to protect the monarch as a federally endangered species.
In the United States, monarchs are threatened by climate change because of more severe storms when they're migrating in the spring and in the fall.
So the bigger storms just, blow them out of the air?
Blow them out of the air, disrupt the migration, cause them to get stuck in places, or if it's too warm, then they stay north too long, and then it gets cold and then they die.
In fact, an estimated 40% of all insect species are in decline, a die-off that threatens an animal much higher on the food chain.
The human being eat biodiversity.
Our presence on the planet is dependent on their presence on the planet.
Exactly. That is my point.
People grew up with them, they're familiar. In the US, they represent summer outside. They're so important culturally. No one has ever said, I hope the monarch goes extinct.
That was Tony DeCopel reporting. All right, 6:56 right now. There's a full hour of more local news and weather ahead for you on News 3 Now this morning. But first, here's a preview of what's to come on an all-new For the Record. Good
Good morning, everyone. I'm Susan Simon, filling in today for Neil Heinen. On For the Record, we'll introduce you to the spokespeople for Madison's 3 Latin American sister cities. Madison has a total of 9 sister cities created to build, develop, and sustain strong global relations and friendships while creating mutual learning, respect, and humanitarian support. I'll be talking with Joan Lorian for Arquitao, El Salvador, Dr. Bernie Mickey for Camagüey, Cuba, and Salvador Carranza for Tepetitlan, Mexico. That's coming up this morning at 10:30. Hope you'll join us on For the Record.
Right now, doing laundry, spreading love, the simple act of service helping others by getting their belongings clean too.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, Wisconsin, and thanks for staying with us on this Sunday, April 7th. I'm Josh Breiter. Meteorologist Chris Reese is tracking more mild temperatures, but with it, a chance for some thunderstorms today. We'll get to him in just a little bit. But first, today's headlines. Madison police have canceled a green alert for a missing veteran after he was found safe overnight. 22-year-old Andrew R. Olson was believed to be at risk. Police questioned his condition after he left his friends drunk around 10:45 last night. They said his history and statements gave them reason to be concerned for his welfare. He is currently a member of the Wisconsin Army National Guard and was in Madison for drill weekend. Tax day is a little more than a week away, and if you were planning to spend your returns on the family but came back with less money in your refund, you're not alone. Analysts say this year's lower returns are largely to blame for a big drop in spending at stores this year. Retail sales were down 0.6% from January to February. The Treasury says it's issued more than $4 billion less in tax refunds than this time last year. It's not a great time to see this decline since experts say the economy is already seeing a cool down. If your weekend shopping takes you to IKEA, you'll see something new. The company is now offering furniture rental. IKEA is the world's biggest furniture company. It rolled out the new service this week after testing it in Switzerland in February. The service is initially offering business customers to temporarily rent higher cost products. The nearest IKEA to us is in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Verizon is kicking off a plan for kids. The wireless carrier just launched its mobile add-on phone plan called Just Kids. It's part of Verizon's Mix and Match plan. The add-on feature allows parents to set screen time limits and control what kids can watch. Parents can even turn off the Wi-Fi. The plan allows unlimited talk and text for 20 contacts pre-approved by mom and dad. All right, 7:02 right now, and we're starting, 50 degrees already this morning, Chris?
We are
This is
starting.
crazy.
Yes, temperatures are already at 50, Josh. We're also watching that cloud cover increase ahead of some showers and thunderstorms that are going to be entering the picture as we move throughout late morning and early afternoon. Right now, the biggest cluster of showers and thunderstorms is over northeastern Iowa as we speak. That's going to be moving into southwest Wisconsin as we go through some time. But as we zoom in closer to home, no real shower activity for us right now, just some broken cloud cover that is actually going to be thickening up in time. Here are those temperatures, though, mainly in the 50s. We've actually dropped 2 degrees down to 48 here in Madison, 52 in Mineral Point, Platteville at 54 right now. Those warmer temps to the south and west are part of a warm front that are going to be working their way on into town. So expect that southerly wind to increase as we go throughout the day and temperatures to warm up towards that 60-degree mark. I actually do believe that some of the cloud cover and showers coming in at the early afternoon hours will keep those temperatures down just a bit, but still, it's going to be not too shabby of a day in terms of temperatures, and even still with that threat for showers and thunderstorms, notice it's not a washout by the evening. We might actually clear things out in time to get outside and enjoy it, Josh.
Really can't complain about that forecast.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Chris. Overdose deaths continue to be an issue in Rock County. Beloit police say they've responded to 170 calls already this year. Police say this is an increase of 60 calls over the course of 2 years. Although drugs like Narcan can save or have helped save the lives of dozens of people, Police Captain Dan Milan says it's not something they can always rely on.
We sit there and talk about Narcan. That's not the solution. The solution is trying to get the people to treatment and get them off of the drugs in the first place.
Police are now focusing their efforts on drug prevention and reducing the number of overdoses. Another local group is trying to reduce the number of veterans dying by suicide. It's reported that 20 veterans die every day. On Friday, June 21st, Seven Hills Skydiving will host 40 veterans who are nominated to skydive for free. It's called Freedom Free Fall. The organizers of the event say skydiving has proven to reduce the PTSD suicide rates for veterans.
And the smiles on these guys' faces when they come down after that jump.
Could have asked for better shot.
Well, that's skydiving here at Seven Hills, and thank you for your service.
Oh, you're welcome.
The adrenaline that they're feeling, they're just riding an all-time high.
If you would like to nominate a veteran, you can find a link on channel3000.com. Just make sure your nominee wants to actually do this before submitting their name. A new poll shows 1 in 4 older adults feel lonely at least some of the time. Michigan researchers found loneliness shows up most in people 50 to 80 years old who also have health issues and unhealthy eating habits. Previous studies link chronic loneliness to problems including memory loss and shorter lives. Right now, a New York principal is going above and beyond to bring his students together by meeting some of their most basic needs. Jeff Glore has this story.
Oh, my sweet Lord. Akbar Cook calls it the big room.
Whatever you guys need, we have it.
The place where he stores hundreds of donated bottles of laundry detergent, fabric softener, and dryer sheets inside West Side High in Newark, New Jersey.
We've been getting a lot of community service, help from all around the state.
The big room was a solution to a big problem.
My kids weren't coming to school.
Good morning. What's up, baby? Good morning.
Some of Cook's kids, he calls them all his babies, weren't showing up because they were wearing dirty clothes and getting bullied.
I think we really put the microscope on basic needs of kids. Like everyone wants the high test scores. Everyone wants them to perform well. But if the kid don't feel confidence in just coming to school and being that person that we know they can be, then what are we doing?
Before you raise the SAT scores, how about giving somebody some clean clothes?
There you go. Fight for that baby the way you want them to fight on that test.
The famous washers and dryers.
Today, Westside has 5 commercial-grade washers and dryers. Deshaun Denny and Brianna Singleton use them all the time.
When you first got it, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of scared to bring my clothes over, but I shrugged it off. So when I went to cook, I asked him, yo, can I use the laundromat? He like, no, you good. We nothing but family in here. You could bring it anytime you want.
We have a test coming up in about 2 weeks.
Principal Cook, who grew up in Newark, also started a program called Lights On. He opens his school from 6 to 11 p.m. on Fridays during the school year, and 3 nights a week during the summer. 6 p.m. to 11 p.m., you're supposed to be home eating dinner, doing homework, sleeping.
That's not the case. My babies are taking care of their younger siblings. Their parents are either working hard and just got to take all these odd jobs, or the parents are not there at all.
The kids use the gym, dance, and are fed warm meals. It is a long way from what Westside was just a few years ago.
In this line of work, I have to go undefeated, because if I lose, I could lose a kid's life. So you have to just keep this pounding the pavement. Like, I'm not this genius. My babies came with a obstacle, and I have to help them navigate it.
Even though we students, he treat us more like we his child. Like, we could come in with a bad day, we talk to him, he make our day better.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, it's dope.
Good morning. How you doing, Ma?
It might seem hard to believe that one person could clean up a school and a whole neighborhood. But in Newark, the proof is in the principal.
This is selfless work that we do. No one goes into education thinking they're going to get rich.
You're not getting a medal at the end of the day.
No, sir, but I have a gold medal around my heart from the love that the kids could give back to me, and just the families and the communities that are taking it one step further. So I can't, you give me goosebumps, Jeff.
Jeff Glore reporting. 7:08 right now. If laundry is on your list of things to do this weekend, Consumer Reports has released the picks for best dishwasher detergents. They tested 20 products and found that Cascade Platinum Action Packs are among the top performers at 34 cents per load. If you're looking for more bang for your buck, the Kirkland Signature Premium Dishwasher Pack sold at Costco also earned an excellent rating at just 11 cents per load. Studies show single packs are more expensive than bottled gel, but they perform better.
And you also say that the way you load your dishwasher can determine how clean your dishes get.
Absolutely. If you think about how a dishwasher works, it's spraying water from underneath the dishes. If you stack the dishes in a way that prevents that water from circulating or traps food between the dishware, it's going to remain there through the end of the cycle.
Tests also found it's best to leave items like fine china, wooden spoons, and sharp knives out of the dishwasher. Hand wash them instead for the best results. A huge honor for a former Milwaukee Bucks player this weekend. Sidney Moncrief is among the 12 inductees named to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. He is known as one of the best defensive guards in NBA history and played 10 of his 11 seasons with the Bucks. Moncrief was a 5-time All-Star and 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Jack Sikma is also a part of this year's class, spending the last 5 seasons of his career with the Bucks in the late 80s. Well, the title game for March Madness is set. Former UW Green Bay standout Tony Bennett led top seed Virginia to win over Auburn in a nail-biting fashion last night. The Cavaliers will face the Red Raiders after Texas Tech toppled Michigan State. You can watch the national championship right here on News 3 Now tomorrow night at 8:20. 7:10 right now, and it's another day to get outside and enjoy the warmth. But you'll want to keep your eye to the sky. Chris will let us know when to expect some showers and thunderstorms in his forecast. This is News 3 Now this morning.
We're actually seeing a little bit of blue sky here in Madison this morning, but showers and thunderstorms will be joining the party a little bit later on. Also in our forecast, we have our first chance to see 70 degrees coming up. I'll talk about that in just a moment. I do want to start with the cloud cover, really along with the showers and thunderstorms that are going on across the country as a whole. We've got a few blossoms of those showers and thunderstorms. This is infrared satellite across Texas, just showing you how the cloud cover has exploded above some showers and thunderstorms across the deep south. Same as you work your way over towards the Memphis area, a large complex of showers and thunderstorms that have blossomed underneath some cloud cover. As you work your way closer to home here in the upper Midwest, no big severe storms, but we are seeing some showers and thunderstorms just to our south and west. Really a lot of showers and thunderstorms across the nation's midsection right now, and all of that has the potential to produce some severe weather, especially down south. Now, as for us, we're not talking severe weather, but just a chance for garden variety showers and thunderstorms, and all of those already on the way from our south and west. Check out northeastern Iowa. That's what's going to be moving in a little bit later on through the morning. Right now, things are calm. We have temperatures that are in the upper 40s, and some of us are lucky enough to see those temperatures that are already in the 50s this morning. 54 as you work your way down towards Platteville, 53 in Prairie du Chien. Same for Dubuque, Iowa right now. Those warmer temperatures to the south and west will move in this afternoon, along with those showers and thunderstorms. So this is right around lunchtime. You see that complex. That'll move on through quickly. It won't be a big deal. The temperatures will still stay in the upper 50s and low 60s behind that. Perhaps a break in the action and then more isolated showers and thunderstorms as we move through the afternoon and evening. We clear things out overnight. Lows fall towards 46. Watch this for your Monday. More sunshine and temperatures taking a shot at 70 degrees. And what's awesome about that is Monday is April 8th. And well, that's typically when we see our first 70-degree day around here. So we're going to watch those temperatures very closely on Monday to see just how close we can get. But this warmer air is being brought in by a warm front that's also bringing in those showers and thunderstorms later on this morning and into the early afternoon. But what we're also watching is the next system that is developing across the Pacific right now. That is going to move in towards the upper Midwest, bringing a little bit of everything towards the middle of the week. Watch how this storm system is going to develop across the eastern side of the Rockies and bring rain and snow to the high plains. Initially snow for us here in southern Wisconsin, but then that will likely go over to rain and thunder as temperatures get warm enough, and then that works its way on towards the south, or towards the north and east rather. Otherwise, enjoy the sunshine in this forecast, Josh, and I do think that Monday is going to be the pick day.
Yeah, I'm just focusing on these next couple days, and I'll worry about that other stuff later.
That's the best advice right there.
There you go. All right, Chris, thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, we've been asking you to share your morning with us, and Kevin posted this picture on Facebook of a sunrise at Yellowstone Church near Argyle. Check out that shot. That is just gorgeous. Thank you so much for sharing, Kevin. So what does your morning look like? Be sure to take a picture and post it to the Channel 3000 social media pages and use the hashtag MyNews3Morning. Members of the public can once again see what kind of research students and professors are up to at the UW today, as well as what alumni accomplished at the Science Expeditions open house this weekend. Alumni Park has several exhibits paying homage to past scientific discoveries and contributions by alumni, including Harry Steenbach adding vitamin D to milk and John Bardeen inventing the transistor radio. Director Mary Carbine says the park is a good way to show education extends far beyond campus.
Education has great value and has impact not just on campus and in the classroom, but across the state and beyond, and it's really through the actions of alumni.
The UW Science Expeditions campus open house continues today. The UW Carbone Cancer Center is the recipient of a $17,000 donation thanks to a family in Portage doing something good. The Bowers own J&J Fireball Lanes and started a bowling fundraiser 2 years ago to help out with their business partners and friends. They started the event after Denise Bowers got cancer and wanted to give back to the place that helped her so much. The first year, they raised more than $10,000, and Denise wanted the money to go toward waiting room chairs, knowing how uncomfortable they can be when you have to sit for a long period of time.
I've spent a lot of hours there. You know, waiting for doctor's appointments, waiting for chemotherapy. You go in. I think we'd get there at 8 o'clock in the morning, get out of there at 4 in the afternoon. I mean, it's an all-day ordeal.
This year, the Bowers are donating the nearly $17,000 they raised to lung cancer research in honor of the former owner of the bowling alley who lost his battle 2 years ago. 7:19 right now. We've got more local news ahead this morning, including the major global honor for an area hospital. Plus, the warning for anyone who relies on SPF moisturizers to protect their faces from the sun. Keep watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're going into an unsettled second half of the weekend as a warm front begins to approach our area from the south and west, along with some showers and thunderstorms that are going to be moving into the picture as well. Right now, nothing over south central Wisconsin beyond some high cloud cover, but those showers and thunderstorms are starting to develop across central and northeastern Iowa. Expect that to work its way on in as we go later on through the morning and into the early afternoon. Temperatures right now are right at 48 here in town. The winds are calm, but we're going to see those winds pick up out of the south and southwest as we go throughout the day. Speaking of the south and west, that's where temperatures are a bit warmer this morning. 54 as you work your way towards Platteville, same for Perry Duchesne. A lot of those temperatures are in the low and entering into the mid 50s. We'll see them in the upper 50s and low 60s for highs this afternoon. And of course, we do have that shower and thunderstorm chance from late morning and through early afternoon, Josh, and then unsettled throughout the day.
All right, Chris, thank you. 7:23 right now. Madison Hospital is being recognized as one of the best in the world this week. 11 countries around the world made it on that list. Newsweek released its first ever top 100 global hospitals list, and University Hospital is one of only 25 American hospitals on it. The facility also ranked 14th in the magazine's list of the 250 best hospitals in the U.S. The rankings are based on recommendations from thousands of doctors and healthcare professionals, patient experience, and other factors like quality of care and patient safety. A new survey shows 21% of working women are nervous to tell their boss they are pregnant. That is a big jump from just 5 years ago. Mary Beth Bearfield is with Bright Horizons, which commissioned the study.
That was startling to us. I think as we believe we are a workforce that is evolving and that is being more understanding of situations such as this, the study showed us differently.
The study also revealed why more women may be nervous. 69% of people say working mothers are more likely to be passed up for a new job than other employees. Ironically, most people also believe mothers possess the skills needed to be a good business leader. Experts say it's important for women who are expecting to expect fair treatment from their company. Well, April is Stress Awareness Month, and lucky for us, Wisconsin is among the least stressful states to live in. Wallet Hub looked at stress linked to work, finances, family, and health and safety. It included 40 different factors like bankruptcy rates, emotional support for parents, getting adequate sleep, and mental health concerns. The findings show the Badger State is the 8th least stressed out in the entire country. Minnesota is the least stressed, while Louisiana is the most stressed. A new study suggests people who use SPF moisturizers may not be properly protecting their faces from the sun. Researchers found people who use their moisturizers missed nearly 17% of their faces, compared to 11% of those who use traditional sunscreen. They say coverage was worse in the area around the eyelids. The study says any SPF is better than none, but it should not be considered the equal of sunscreen. All right, 7:25 right now, and there's more local news ahead for us this morning, including the latest construction projects kicking off tomorrow. Plus, we're heading to Hilldale to check out Crescendo, the outdoor mall's latest coffee, breakfast, and music joint. How they found success expanding as other restaurants struggle. This is News 3 Now this morning. Stay with us.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for staying with us on this Sunday, April 7th. I'm Josh Breiter. It is just about 7:30 right now. Chris is tracking some more warm temperatures for your Sunday, but also the chance for thunderstorms. We'll check in with him in just a moment. But first, right to today's headlines. Madison police have canceled the green alert for a missing veteran after he was found safe overnight. 22-year-old Andrew R. Olson was believed to be at risk. Police questioned his condition after he left his friends drunk around 10:45 last night. They said his history and statements gave them reason to be concerned for his welfare. He is currently a member of the Wisconsin Army National Guard and was in Madison for drill weekend. Tax day is a little more than a week away, and if you were planning on spending your returns on the family but came back with less money in your refund, you're not alone. Analysts say this year's lower returns are largely to blame for a big drop in spending at stores this year. Retail sales were down 0.6% from January to February. The Treasury says it's issued more than $4 billion less in tax refunds than this time last year. Not a great time to see that decline, as experts say the economy is already seeing a cool down. You may notice more law enforcement on the Beltline this week. It's part of an operation reminding drivers how important it is to move over and slow down. Police hope to bring more attention to the move over law, requiring drivers to move over for stopped emergency vehicles or slow down if they can't. Violating the law can cost you with a $187 ticket and 3 demerit points on your license, not to mention criminal and civil liability if you hurt or injure someone. This first alert traffic note near the UW this week. Starting tomorrow, West Dayton Street will be closed from Charter to North Park Street. Crews will be starting work on a steam tunnel project for the university. The whole street will be ripped up for reconstruction, from the storm sewer, underground utilities, asphalt, and even some sidewalk. The commuter path along that stretch will have a detour, and so will the Madison Metro buses. This closure should stretch all the way into October. All right, over to Chris now. We should start the day sunny, but tracking those thunderstorms later today.
Yeah, that's right, Josh. Already starting to see a little bit of high cloud cover working its way into the picture on our Edgewater sky camera. Temperature-wise, we are at 48 here in Madison. Winds are calm, but we're going to start to see them pick up out of the south and southwest. In fact, to the south and west, that is where our temperatures are just a little bit warmer. 54 in Platteville, 53 in Boscobel, Lone Rock at 50, Viroqua at 52. Here's the deal. Our overall setup features a region of low pressure over Nebraska right now, a warm front extending from that all the way down towards the deep south. This warm front is going to be pushed north and east as we go through time. That's going to set us up for actually a pretty nice Monday as well. But we're focusing on the showers and thunderstorms right now. None in southeastern or southwestern Wisconsin as of now, but we are starting to see them over northeastern Iowa near Waterloo. That's going to work its way into town as we go through the late morning. In fact, here's 10 o'clock. We'll see some showers of thunderstorms starting to work their way in from the south and west at that point. By about 1 o'clock, moving their way towards the north and east through time. So between 10 and 2, that is when I do believe we'll see our best chance for showers and thunderstorms, and then into the afternoon, just staying unsettled with temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s, my friend.
All right, Chris, thank you. 7:32 right now. The Crescendo Espresso Bar and Music Cafe on Monroe Street serves up coffee, breakfast, and other music performances. But now you'll also find a second location at Hilldale Mall. Madison Magazine's Andrea Baleen finds out why Crescendo is so successful in this month's Tastemaker.
And we've got some goodies on the table here. Can you guys tell us what we have?
Absolutely. So we do breakfast sandwiches that are really quick and easy to go. This is called a tree hugger. And it's pesto, tomatoes, cheddar cheese, egg, and then we throw a sausage, a slice of Jones Farm sausage on there. And then we have an assortment of baked goods. We actually get all of our bakery from Pasquale's, which is kind of an interesting, like...
The Mexican restaurant, right?
Yes, yes.
What are these here?
This is red velvet biscotti with a white chocolate.
Can I try some?
Yes, please.
Oh my goodness. That sounds so... Oh, jeez.
I mean, it's biscotti. We have a gingerbread scone with vanilla icing, and then this is a carrot ginger muffin.
Ooh, yum. And what is this?
This is peanut butter and granola toast.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a thick cut slice of, in this instance, Clausen's honey whole wheat.
Ooh, Clausen's.
Yes. it's organic peanut butter, maple syrup, and then granola.
Yum.
With cherries from Door County.
I don't know if I've ever seen a slice that
We really
thick.
don't want you to leave hungry.
No.
We really want to take care of you when you're here. So all of our toast comes on these thick cut slices.
Nice. And we've got a couple of coffee items too, right?
Yeah.
What's this one here?
This is our nitro cold press.
Try that.
Yes.
Nitro cold press.
This was Paul's baby a few years ago, and it really took off. So we use anodyne coffee roasters for all of our coffee that we serve in-house.
Oh, cool. And they're out of Milwaukee.
They're out of Milwaukee. But we have our own kind of recipe or whatever thing that we voodoo that we do.
Yes, it's all magic.
It's all magic. So this is our nitro cold press, and it's one of our most popular items, especially in the summertime, but we serve it year-round. And we do specialty drinks with it and stuff.
I love that foam on the top, too.
Yes, it feels like you're drinking a beer, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then a latte.
Just a really great, solid latte.
Beautiful, too.
Yes, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yes, they're a talented crew back there.
Kate was telling me that you did some of the graphic design work for
I did all of it.
You did all of it?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
all of it.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's great.
How did you come up with the name, the logo?
That was one of the things we decided on pretty early on was the name. We only had a handful of names tossing around.
Yeah.
But yeah, Crescendo is one of the names we landed on for a couple reasons. Probably lesser known reasons, but now they'll be known.
Tell me.
One of the reasons was just the name, crescendo being a musical term, tying in really well with what we're doing. The other one really just being kind of what happens inside your body as you drink coffee.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of interesting. People don't really latch onto that one too well, but yeah, it's this natural kind of crescendoing that happens in your body throughout a cup. It's kind of interesting.
That is cool. I like that double
it's
meaning.
pretty interesting.
Well, thank you guys both so much for having us in here today.
Absolutely.
This place is beautiful, and congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
For more on Crescendo and other new and favorite food recommendations, pick up the April edition of Madison magazine. We have a warning for parents this weekend about the Fisher-Price Rock and Play infant swing. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says 10 infants have died when rolling over in the rock and play. All 10 infants were 3 months or older. The CPSC is recommending consumers stop using all models of the rock and play when the child is 3 months old or as soon as the baby can roll over. In other business news, Sears is trying to make a comeback after going through bankruptcy. The department store chain has announced plans to open some new stores this summer. The shops will be smaller, branded Sears Home and Life. They'll focus on selling big-ticket items like appliances and furniture and won't carry clothing. The first 3 Sears Home and Life stores will open on Memorial Day weekend. Target is boosting its minimum wage again. The retailer says it will start employees at $13 an hour beginning in June. This is the 3rd raise in less than 2 years. Target also plans to increase entry-level wages to $15 an hour by 2020. If you find yourself doing some spring cleaning, don't assume charities will accept everything you're getting rid of. Wisconsin's Better Business Bureau warns do-gooders to be careful where and what you donate. You may have seen those drop-off collection bins around town. Well, not all of them are connected to charity. Be careful of the names you don't know or are very similar to the ones you do. Take the time to check out the charity name or give.org on the Better Business Bureau's website. Also make sure the charity you choose will use what you're donating. Call ahead of time if you're unsure.
Definitely check out the charity first. So just because you donate it doesn't mean that it's going to somebody in need. Sometimes it goes to a thrift store, which is for revenue for the charity.
Another mistake people make when donating is not getting a receipt or something the charity will assign values to what you donate. That's your job. If you donate more than $500, it's important to mark that down on your tax form. 7:38 right now. One of the biggest events for movie lovers continues in Madison this weekend. And tonight, you can catch the ACM Awards right here on News 3 Now. When we come back, why this year's ceremony promises some big performances and a bit of controversy. Stay with us.
A region of low pressure over Nebraska is going to be bringing warmer temperatures into our area today and into Monday as well, but it's also going to be bringing that possibility of some showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures are warmer towards the south and west in the low and mid 50s this morning. All of us will make it into the middle and upper 50s this afternoon with the best chance for showers and storms from 10 to 2. Josh?
All right, Chris, thank you. 7:42 is your time this morning. It is a big weekend for country music as some of the industry's biggest stars gather in Las Vegas for the 54th Academy of Country Music Awards. But as Chris Martinez tells us, this year's show promises some big performances along with a bit of controversy.
The stage is set in Vegas as country music's biggest names get ready for Sunday's Academy of Country Music Awards. Reba McEntire returns as show host for the 16th time.
For them to ask me to come back and host again, and for being nominated and then also winning 16 times at the ACMs, how could you feel anything but really good?
When I taste tequila.
This year, duo Dan and Shay and Chris Stapleton have the most nominations with 6 each.
It'll be all right.
Casey Musgraves follows with 5 nominations, including Album, Single, and Female Artist of the Year. But for the second year in a row, no female artists are nominated for Entertainer of the Year. Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan, Kenny Chesney, Chris Stapleton, and Keith Urban are up for that honor.
I've argued that the criteria for Entertainer of the Year need to change.
Variety magazine music writer Chris Willman says many fans may not realize the category is primarily judged by arena ticket sales, a concert venue that, in country music, is typically dominated by men.
Meanwhile, you've got people like Casey Musgraves and Maren Morris, who are media darlings, actually getting some radio play. You can't escape them, but they have no chance at getting nominated for Entertainer of the Year because they're not arena headliners yet.
This year's show promises some big performances, including Jason Aldean, Kelly Clarkson, and Carrie Underwood. Reba will also perform a song from her new album. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The 54th ACM Awards air tonight right here on News 3 Now. More local news this morning. You still have a chance to catch 150 different films that you wouldn't normally see in mainstream theaters. The week-long Wisconsin Film Festival continues. This is the first year you can catch a 3D film at the festival. There are also new documentaries and features that just premiered at the Sundance Film Festival, plus 100-year-old silent films with live piano accompaniment. You can go online to read all about the films and buy tickets. That's at 2019.wifilmfest.org. All right, 7:45 right now. We are going to see highs well above average once again today, but this warmth won't last long. Chris is tracking the return of some colder temps as well as some rain and, yes, maybe even some snow in that forecast. But first, happy birthday to Micah and all the other kids turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us on News 3 Now this morning.
We're starting temperatures out in the upper 40s and low 50s across the state of Wisconsin today. Winds are calm. We're going to see those temperatures warm up into the afternoon, along with the chance of showers and thunderstorms entering the picture on this nice spring-like day, if you will. 52 in Janesville right now, Mineral Point and Platteville both at 54. Prairie du Chien also at 54 right now, but we are unsettled across the country as a whole. Infrared satellite is showing us where the cloud cover is associated with blossoms of showers and thunderstorms. Some big time thunderstorms rocking and rolling across the state of Texas right now, moving towards the Houston area. We move over towards Memphis, and you also have another cluster of big time thunderstorms that could be severe later on into the afternoon and evening. We're watching this cluster of showers and thunderstorms over northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. That is what is going to impact us as we move into the late morning and early afternoon hours for a chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Now, they're not expected to be severe. Any severe weather, that's going to be farther towards the south. That is where they will have a risk of hail and even some tornadoes today. But we are just going to be focused on that possibility of some lightning and thunder coming into the picture. But the nation's midsection, of course, dealing with those showers and thunderstorms earlier on this morning. Here's how that's going to play out for us. I think between 10 and 2 is going to be our best shot to see those showers and thunderstorms. This is 12:30, and notice how Future Track is showing you those showers and thunderstorms moving through the area. Again, not a complete washout, but more so scattered towards isolated in nature as we work our way into the afternoon and evening. By 8 o'clock, we're starting to clear things out, perhaps a little bit of cloud cover moving in as we approach midnight. Clear skies overnight, lows falling into the lower 40s. Watch this, folks. This is sunshine on Monday, and temperatures perhaps near 70 degrees. Now, if that happens, it would be right on average. Typically, we hit 70 for the first time on April 8th. We're going to watch that to see how it plays out. But the next system we are watching, folks, is coming in just past the Aleutian Islands right now. That's going to be working its way along the Pacific coast and then developing into a region of low pressure that is going to impact the high plains with a little bit of everything as we go through the next couple of days. So let's focus on this developing region of low pressure. It's going to come east of the Rockies as we get you into Tuesday night. Rain developing over the high plains. Watch how the snow then begins to develop for us here in Madison. Ew, I know, no one wants to deal with that. But eventually, I do think just enough warmer air is going to come into the picture to turn things over towards rain. A cold front will produce more severe weather across the Ohio Valley as that pushes its way towards the north and east. Overall, not too shabby of a forecast. It could always be worse, so we try not to complain about it. But I think we'll focus on Monday. That's going to be an absolutely beautiful day.
Aww.
Brody and Max are also looking at Monday.
I feel like we've had a lot of pairs when it comes to
the they have.
I love
and
it.
They've been fantastic as well.
Everyone needs a friend, right?
Yep, that's right.
All right, thanks, Chris. To celebrate 56 years of Portillo's, the restaurant is offering a 56-cent chocolate cake promotion this week. On Tuesday, guests can receive a slice of its famous chocolate cake for 56 cents with the purchase of a sandwich, entree salad, pasta, or ribs. The offer will only be available on April 9th while supplies last. Be sure to stick with News 3 Now this weekend. Then tomorrow morning, are you saving enough for retirement? New research shows you're not. I'll have some ways to help yourself out down the road. But first this morning, it's an unlikely bond found under unusual circumstances. How a man and a homeless woman forged a friendship to last a lifetime. This is News 3 Now this morning. We end this morning with an unlikely friendship between a man and a homeless woman getting national attention.
Melissa Crash has the heartwarming story.
Would you like a cross? Huh? Would you like a cross, hon?
Sure. That'd be perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
Kimberly Goff has lived on the streets for 6 months.
One cross down.
It's a time in her life where every penny counts.
A lot of times, people, they just pass me by.
But instead of buying life's essentials, making others smile is more important.
The flowers, they really love.
And I'm like, are you serious? Like this is like serious right now.
Monteith Smith gave Goff some cash, but in return received a flower.
I didn't realize that a simple flower can make his day, while he gave me $1, which got me a cup of coffee.
That exchange changed both of their lives.
Once I got home, I started to realize, like, she has like nothing and she's still giving, and even the money that she makes is like she's using it to, make these items, and I just loved it. Like, it touched me, it was heartfelt.
Smith now checks up on Goff almost daily. He brings her items like a blanket or shampoo. He wants to show Indy kindness comes in many forms.
Like, we should give to our, our fellow Hoosiers to help them out, because in the end, it's like helping out Indianapolis as a whole.
Goff says she's not asking for donations. She just wants to break through the negativity.
I've had a kid give me a middle finger. An elderly lady cussed me out for trying to give her a cross. That's what I get every time I turn around.
Hoping their unique friendship will inspire others to slow down.
Like, just stop. Just if you see someone homeless or someone that's in need, just stop and just lend a helping hand. Like, it takes nothing at times. Like, she's thanking me and I'm like thanking her, like, for like seeing, and believing again.
On the city's Far East Side, Melissa Crash, CBS 4 News.
That's a beautiful story there.
That was a beautiful story, and we're starting off with a beautiful morning this morning.
Yeah, that's right. And honestly, the forecast is still kind of beautiful in my opinion. More sunshine than chances for precipitation in there, so I think we will take it.
70 degrees.
Yeah, 70 for Monday. A little midweek cool down, but we get better from there.
All right. Thanks, Chris, and thanks for joining us, everyone. Make it a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.